When you think of the best ball handlers in the NBA, plenty of names come to mind. Players like Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, James Harden, and plenty of others have elite handles. But there's another player whose name deserves to be in the conversation, and that player is CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum's handle probably doesn't get enough credit because he is not super quick. Many people think of players who can beat the defense with a lightning quick crossover or mix them with a bunch of dribble combos. But this is actually what makes CJ so great. He rarely over dribbles and often waits for the perfect moment for the defender to get out of position so he can beat them off the dribble. Because he is not insanely quick, he relies on other aspects of his handle to create shots. One of these areas is deception. CJ is great at deceiving the defender by showing the ball to trick the defender into thinking he is doing one thing and then making another move to beat the defense off the dribble. This aspect is very hard to master, but deadly if done properly. He has great control over the basketball, which allows him to be so deceptive with his moves. Like watching this play, CJ makes a hard initial dribble at the defender to simulate him driving. But instead of driving, he crosses between the legs, takes a dribble, pump fakes, and then gets a shot off. Or on this play, after making two hard dribble moves, he drops his body low and starts to attack the hoop. But this low position deceives the defender into thinking he is driving, and he can quickly pull up for a mid-range jumper. Another aspect is his ability to change pace. He loves to go from dribbling slow to making a fast dribble move to beat his defender. He will use many different moves to do this, but he often uses a hezzy. The hezzy allows him to quickly pause in the air. This will freeze his defender, which allows CJ to beat him with a quick dribble move. Like on this play, CJ makes a hard move, then pauses, then makes another move and pauses, before using another combo and rising into a shot. Sometimes these hezzies can be very slight as well. You might not even notice them at first glance, such as on this play. As he starts to attack, he uses one quick hezzy to throw off the defender before attacking downhill to get the layup. And his change of pace allows him to speed up and stop on a dime. Watch on this play, CJ uses a quick move to beat his defender, but then quickly snatches back and comes to a stop to create space to shoot a jumper. Part of what allows him to do this is his footwork and body control. His control over his body allows him to never get off balance even when making difficult moves. At times when dribbling the ball, players can speed up too fast and lose their balance. But CJ always has control over his body, which allows him to efficiently create space. This also allows him to have great footwork. CJ is great at moving his feet to create proper angles on opponents and to create space. This move he makes right here takes great footwork. Watch how he leads with the inside foot and plants it to stop. Then he readjusts his body to make another move to create space to shoot. And on this play, he plants his feet wide to beat the first defender, but then must narrow his footwork to get by and get to the hoop. And when he dribbles, he does a great job of getting low to the ground. Dribbling low to the ground properly can be difficult. Oftentimes, players want to rise up after making moves, but CJ does a great job of dropping his hips so his body is in a sitting position and he keeps his chest up. This puts him in a position to be able to get low and protect the ball, while also being able to be in a position to explode out of any dribble and to see the floor. When your body can operate in this position, it makes moves much more effective as it allows the body to stay low so the feet can explode out of any dribble. On top of this, the ball is more protected, as when it stays low, it is much more difficult to steal the basketball. Watch on this play, he drops his hips and keeps the basketball low while dribbling. And even as he comes to a stop, he then makes one last low dribble crossover before rising up for the mid-range jumper. CJ's handle helps him score in different situations. One of these is when he gets an ISO. CJ is great at using his deception, change of pace, ball control, and footwork to beat any defender off the dribble. In these ISO situations, he is great at creating space to get open shots for himself. Like on this play, he gets the ISO and uses his handles to create space to get an open jumper. His handle also helps him in pick and roll situations. He knows how to use his pace and deception coming off screens to read the defense and make moves to create shots. The pick and roll already puts the defense at a disadvantage, so his handle helps him create even more space to score. Watch here, he comes off the pick and roll slow, but then slightly pauses and uses a quick dribble snatchback to create a shot off the pick and roll. CJ McCollum has one of the most underrated handles in the NBA. He is elite at dribbling the basketball, but seems to never get the credit he deserves. He has an elite ability to create space to score off the dribble. Part of this is his ability to operate while dribbling low to the ground. Playing low to the ground protects the basketball and positions the body to beat the defense. However, this can be very difficult to master and takes repetition. So if you would like to learn why staying low to the ground is so important in basketball, click on this video right here.